I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest. It be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone. Eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long. Pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling. Squash the scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion. They seeing double, they rushing and pass the shovel. The dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back. Never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag. I go full contact. Out punch, out kick like a shotgun blast on one out snap. It's a fact that I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, calling audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the...
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Hush Your Mouth Podcast. And hey, we're here, guys. We're here after a Week 7 dub versus the, I want to say San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. You heard it here. I said Week 7 dub against the Los Angeles Chargers. So it's good to be here, guys, on this another victory Monday, or you can say Tuesday, because we're here to give y'all this Colts content. Hey, I'm happy, but let me go ahead and introduce my guy, Mr. Harish. How are we feeling after this huge dub from the AFC?
Man, what a ride it's been, right? 6-1 in the league. Here's the thing, Josh. We're first in the division. No surprises there.
Right.
First in the conference. Maybe a little bit of surprise there. But we're first in the league. Lots of surprise there. We are the best currently, no matter what the power rankings say. We are currently the number one team in the National Football League. And listen, we can call it, easy schedule. We can call it whatever we want to call it, right? We can call it whatever we want to call it. Here's some facts here, Josh. Easy schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Green Bay Packers are 4-1.
With a tie.
And 1.
Yeah.
Right? Their loss is to the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
And their tie is to the Cowboys, who's 2-3.
Yeah. And 1.
England is 5-2.
Yeah.
It's currently second in the AFC. They have 2 losses, right? New England has lost to. Oh, they lost to the Panthers. Or sorry, they lost to the Steelers. Who's 5-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
They also lost
again.
Yeah, they started the season with a loss to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Right? It gets better. Denver is 5-2. Obviously, we gave them one of those losses.
Yeah.
But Denver has also lost to who did Denver? Oh, they lost to the Chargers, who the Colts just beat.
Correct.
So we could sit here and talk about all we want about the Colts schedule. The Colts are simply taking care of teams and beating teams that other teams in the league have not beaten. So I need to start understanding what this. I'm not debating that the Colts have an easy schedule coming out of the box, right? I'm not debating that. But what I am saying is this team was projected to be an 8-9 win team again by us, right? Like I had them going 9-8, maybe 10-7, right? The facts are they've started the season 6-1. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict it. My eyeball tells me they're not losing until at least November. If we look at the schedule, they're not losing this week to the Titans. I'm sorry, they're not losing to the Titans. That's guaranteed, right? You can go back to all that division stuff. They're not losing to the Titans. They're not going to lose the Steelers game is interesting. It's iffy, right?
Yeah.
And we can debate like, are they going to beat the Steelers or not? I don't know. That Steelers team is very interesting. And then the Falcons game is a London game, or sorry, the Germany game, and so we'll see these next 3 weeks. We'll see what happens if they can go 3-0 and head into the bye at 9-1. I mean, who's going to be? I mean, then you get 4 straight games after the bye that will really test this team, and those 4 straight games aren't coming until after the bye. You can go 2-2 there. We're playing with house money at that point. So the Colts have put themselves in this position. Nobody's put themselves in this position but the Colts.
But another thing that I want to add on to it, like other teams, the Colts have to play who's on their schedule. We don't make their schedule, and we can't help that the teams that we play suck. We can't help that. We can't help that our team is averaging 32.6 a game. If you don't want us to score, stop it.
That's simple.
That's simple. We can't help that other teams are injured because guess what? We are injured. Our secondary is banged up.
Yep.
Front line banged up. Every player on our offense is pretty much banged up. We had injuries with Josh Down being out. We had a lot of things that other teams are dealing with, and we still don't get the credit that we deserve because they feel like these games they're ranking the wins. Okay, well you beat Miami, who are a bad team. You beat Titans, who are a bad team. You beat the Cardinals, who are a bad team. You beat who else? The Raiders, who are a bad team. But guess what? Who was the week 7 opponent again? What was their record? If you remind everybody, who was the Chargers record before?
The Chargers are what, 5-3?
4-3, but it was 4-2.
Well, now they're 4-2, right? Yeah. They're 4-3 or 4-2. Now they're 4-3. And by the way, the same Chargers team that beat the Chiefs,
Correct.
right? Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. Well, the Chargers are beat up. We're missing 5 defense cornerbacks. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
We're missing 5 corners. Our second best pass rusher got hurt during the game.
And shuffling linebackers.
And we're
Jalen
we
Curry.
still don't have good linebackers.
So
I mean, yeah. But hey, we're just gonna keep winning or doing what we do. Listen, we're not going like 15-1 or 16.
No.
Whatever. Nobody's saying that. But for right now, it's a really hard argument. I can't find a defense on this. I can't find a defense on the schedule that could stop our offense right now.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, you say the Texans. The Texans just got dog walked by 1 receiver.
Yeah.
And a running game. Now you want them to stop 6 receivers in a running game with the best offensive line in football, potentially?
Well, now we're hearing with that is that the only reason why they lost because, issues that they're having on that side, bad OC or whatnot. They wouldn't have any.
They had a bad offensive line last year. That's not. They had 8 months to fix it. They had 8 months to fix it, and they did. They decided not to. They wanted to go trade for
Whoever.
Brandon Johnson. That's what they wanted to go do.
And they released him week 3?
Yeah, and then they wanted to go. They wanted to trade away their best offensive lineman. That's not our fault. We didn't tell them to do that. Nobody was like, "Hey, man, all right, you have to go trade Larry Tunsil."
That was the most wild move that that you can say from the Titans. You're already bad on line issues. It's like us trading Nelson for a pass rusher. For what? I need both.
Yeah.
So you trade your best left tackle to get Cam Robinson, who's bad everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like
so
it seemed like the first offseason in a long time that maybe Chris Ballard hit all the right buttons, and everybody else hit the wrong buttons. So I don't know.
For those who are in the chat commenting and checking the episode out, appreciate your support. Hey Teresa, hey Stacy, and hey I gotta go back to the name. that I saw on here. I think it's two Stacy. Oh, and Sarah. How y'all doing? For everyone that are watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like, and share. Give us your support. Same with Facebook, TikTok, and on X. But it's good to be happy. It's good to be on here after you win a game in the fashion that we did uh, this past Sunday against the Charger. Who, yeah, I don't care if they bang up or not. That's not my fault. We're banged up. Two banged up teams facing each other. The team with the most point won the game, and unfortunately for you guys, it was the Colts. So, uh, cry to someone else. Let's go ahead and get into the episode, man. Uh, let's go ahead and talk about this fan battle. Who is sponsoring us right now? Fan Battle Sports. You can find us on Substack. You can subscribe to the network where you can find the articles, all the past episodes that we recorded. Great episodes, by the way. Then articles that I've written, or merchandise that will be coming pretty soon. Where you can support the brand, which is a great brand. So check out all that on fanbattlesports.com. We love your support, and thank you for everything that you're doing. But let's talk about the news around the NFL. There's a lot of it. We saw Jaden Daniels against the Cowboys get knocked out of the game and was replaced by Marcus Mariota. We found out after the game that he has a hamstring injury. How you feel about that? For some, they have him.
It's tough. I mean, didn't he just come back from an injury?
Just came back, first game back.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, hamstring injuries are tricky, right? And you don't. He's gonna be out at least 3, probably 4 weeks, right? And it's I feel like this is going back to and maybe this is like the Commanders Redskins curse. I feel like we're living RG3 all over again for the Commanders, right? This is RG3 comes out firing in the first couple of years, right? That rookie season he was a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, just get hurt
Every year.
And so I don't know, man. He's going to be out for a little while. I have no faith in Marcus Mariota, which kind of sucks. And because it kind of flip flops now, right? It's almost like the Cowboys. I feel like call me crazy, and I get I get the Eagles, like they whatever, right? They finally found their passing game, maybe, right? Whatever. Um, I feel like the Cowboys are in the driver's seat. If they can make one move to fix that defense, one big move to fix that defense. The Cowboys with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are very dangerous, and Dak Prescott is playing really well right now. So hey, what do they call it? Like one man's loss is another man's treasure. Like Jaden Daniels is gone for the Commanders. Cowboys get CeeDee Lamb back. That's an offense that can score a lot of points. So it sucks for the Commanders because I like Jaden Daniels. He's fun to watch. He plays the game right. He really moves that offense very well. But it's just part of the game, man. It sucks.
It definitely does. Another interesting injury, Mike Evans. He had been having 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. I think his season has kind of came to an end after leaving that game against the Lions with a collarbone issue. I think he's gonna be out for the season. Broken collarbone, so he may be. I think he's either out. I think he's out. Yeah, he's out for the season.
He's done. Yeah, broken collarbone. I don't know if it's for the season, but it's going to be for a while.
He's gonna be out for. Either way, he's gonna be out for a couple games that not allow him to have more 1,000-yard seasons.
He'll be out long enough to. I don't think he might not come back till December if he does it all,
which is good.
2 or 3 games. The last 2 or 3 games of the season.
And then we got another one. Well, I guess you could have expected it. Jets bench Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor for that game. Yeah, could have expected that. So
You better buckle up in Bama. Ty Simpson's going to New York.
Right. I mean, hey, I hope not, but Sean Payton takes a jab at Russell Wilson. And we knew this based off when Russell was there. They ended up taking a big, dead cap hit when they released him. So
Yep.
they owe him $85 million
Mhm.
for the next couple of years on that cap from that cap. And he took a jab based off saying that he wished the Giants would have decided to start Jackson Dart after the Broncos game. We know what that means. We mean that he wanted Russell to face the Broncos in that Week 7 matchup, but he got Jackson Dart. Even though the Broncos still win, they scored 30 points in that one half or one quarter. I'm sorry, that
Yeah,
one
that was
quarter. That was wild.
that
To
was
come back and win, to win that game, as a fan, I'd probably be upset right now. But we've seen that with the Vikings coming back, being down 30, so we understand how they feel.
Yep.
Um, but he wish. I'm sure he's saying he wished Russell was there because it wouldn't have been that, a deficit, big of a deficit. They would have won that game easily. And another one. It's funny, but we knew this too. The Titans released Tyler Lockett. He asked for a trade. He asked to be out, not asked for a trade. He asked to be released, and they granted it the other day after they lost to Patriots. Patriots put belt the ass to them. There was a game that they was hoping they can win. That's why Amy fired Brian Callahan to give that team that boost after firing the head coach because they knew that Mike Vrabel was coming in town. It was a home game for the Titans. It was a back and forth with 10. It was 10-0 start with Titans. They had that boost, that momentum, and then after that, you see the Patriots take hold of the game. Cam Ward still seeing ghosts, fumbling the ball. He returned for a touchdown, and that was all she wrote. Titans continue to suck, and probably will continue to suck for the next couple of weeks, especially when they come to Indy on Sunday.
Yep.
Jacoby Myers still wants out of Vegas. He said that in the beginning of the season. They said they was not going to trade him, and now he wants to be out. He wants to. He's still standing on business, so he can get out of Vegas. And Michael Penix is there today with the bone bruise. I think he got knocked out of that game against who was it against? Who did they face? Who did Atlanta face? The Bears, right?
Atlanta plays this weekend.
They played this past Sunday. They played
Atlanta played. Who did Atlanta play? I remember watching that game. Weren't they Sunday Night Football? Oh, the Niners. Yeah, they played
the
the
Niners.
Niners.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. They got hurt. He got hurt in that game. Niners
Yep.
won. Not a great game, but Niners still won.
Low scoring game.
Yeah, low score game.
Low scoring game.
Go over these comments. Let's go over these comments. It goes legit. Woohoo! Moore, Cross, Grover, all intercepted. Well, more than get a. He didn't get a
Oh
interception.
yeah, Moore did get a pick, didn't he?
Mm-mm. Nearly had one.
Oh, that's right. He dropped one. Yeah.
Teresa said that we hit Herbert 15 times. Hey, I'll take that. We're
I
getting
was just about to check on that.
we're getting there, but it's just not the sacks are not adding up. Not coming up on a stat sheet. But Latu did his thing, his big one. Uh, Defo doing this thing as well too. Got a shout out to him. Austin had to take care of some business. I had a little joke. I think he didn't want to be on here because Alabama beat the shit out of Vols on Saturday, and he didn't want that cigar smoke because
I
I was gonna
saw.
have my cigar tonight. I was gonna have my cigar tonight just to show him that we win on the third Saturday of October. We actually own it anyway, but who cares? Just like the Longhorns own Oklahoma, we own the Vols. Am I
Yes,
right?
sir. That's right.
But let's see what's going on, Ron? Thank you
What's
for what you did yesterday with that guy. I don't want to mention his name on here. Thank you for what you did. I don't want to give him any recognition, which I already am. Uh, so do you just let's talk about that. The extra point that Michael Badgley missed on that first touchdown. I was like, get his ass out of here. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. We cannot have that. We cannot have a guy that's missing these extra points.
Who can we bring in though?
I don't. I guess was that a Young Ho?
I wanted Young Ho too,
I did too.
but I don't know. I guess they didn't want him.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just Ballard going back to what he's comfortable with, right?
Some people mention Hot Rod, but I don't think we should bring him back if he can't kick 50s.
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
So yeah, I'm good with that. So we already talked about this already, as far as the record and who we played, but are the Colts still frauds? You know, Will Compton, who's an ex NFL player, said that we were frauds. He emphasized that we were frauds based off the talent or the teams that we played and the issues that they're having in their franchise. And he said we were frauds. But after the convincing win on Sunday against the Chargers, back in Los Angeles, where we had the moments we had in Los Angeles, we had the opportunity to win, and we come back to the same place weeks later, and we defeated the Chargers, and now we're 6-1. He said I was wrong. So, is the narrative still the same to you? Is the narrative the same for anybody in the comments? I know how Harish feel. Uh, we play who's on our schedule. Next week is not any different. I can't remember who we play in week 9, um, but I don't care who they are. I like if we're good enough to beat them, we will win that game. If we don't win, hey, keep moving. I don't minimize the competition. I think we should play up to whoever we play. I don't think we should play down because that's how you have a bad reputation and you have bad habits and you end up losing games that you shouldn't lose. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing I'm still concerned about, even with this offense, um, which as long as the offensive line keeps playing well, I don't have any concerns with this. Is how well this team will travel,
Hmm.
right? Obviously, they've only played one game on the road, 2 games, 3 games on the road, and they're 2-1, right?
Yeah,
However, 2 of those 3 games are in the same stadium.
yeah,
They've only played one outdoor game all year
against the Titans.
so far against the Titans, right?
Hmm.
You play at home this week again, right? That November 2nd game, and then the Berlin game might be a little chilly because I don't know how cold it is in Berlin in November. But those next 3 games out in the cold, right? I think we'll see how well this team plays. I think that's the one thing I'm curious about is how well can this team play in the cold? Because at the end of the day, you don't end the season in the warm. You end the season when it's cold. And
So you got a haircut.
I appreciate it. I was trying to get a haircut today. I did not. So I also don't. I'm not wearing a hat today. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
You know what?
Uh, uh, but I'm curious. I'm curious about how this team plays outdoors, and I think that's the last question I probably have. But if this offensive line, I think this might be the best offensive line in football right now.
Not a, no doubt. I think we only allowed 4 to 5 sacks through 7 weeks.
I think it's less than that.
Less than that. Yeah,
I
I
think
think
it's.
you can double check that. I think we had one Sunday.
Oh, yep. I think we had one Sunday. I think. Let me see if I can see like season stats by team.
I know we had none against the Titans, none against the Raiders, um, none against the Rams, or maybe one against the Rams.
Oh, they've allowed they. Oh, sorry, they've had 6.
6. Okay.
Let's see how that breaks down. So Miami, Denver, and then 2 against the Raiders. Oh, sorry, 2 against the Rams.
Okay. So none against the Raiders.
Yeah, 1 against the Raiders and 1 against. Or sorry, 1 against the Cardinals and 1 against the Chargers. So we had one on Sunday, right?
Yep.
But that's really like pressure wise, it's only like a 7 point. It's only like a 7% uh, pressure rate. Like Daniel Jones is only pressured 7% of the time.
The offensive line are doing what they're supposed to do, and they're
Yeah.
keeping their quarterback clean. I don't think he's been out of pocket much.
Yep. And I agree with Teresa. The games after the bye. I mean, I could argue the games, the two game. Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. The games after the bye are going to define this team. You go to Berlin. You play the Falcons, right? You get a bye, which I think this is what's really important. You get a bye before you go into this. So you get a time to reset,
Mm-hmm.
rest, really think about those, because those next 5 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, really 4 weeks after the bye will define this season.
Very
You get,
critical.
yeah, very critical. Chiefs, Texans, Jags, Seahawks.
What other than our division? What other AFC teams do we have?
Chiefs, and that's it.
So beating the Chiefs, because if we win out, we're going to win
Oh,
out.
sorry, and Steelers. You have Steelers. If you split those games,
Yeah, I would say I'm be fine. We in good shape.
you'll be great, right? If you split, if you go into the bye, right? After the bye, the 4 weeks: Chiefs, Texans, Jaguars, Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
If you split those games, 2-2,
Still good shape. Yeah.
yeah, that you're in excellent shape. If you could split, here's the thing: if you beat the Texans once and if you beat the Texans and the Jaguars, you'll win the division. The division is capped at that point. Honestly, I see the Jaguars continuing to fall because I just don't think what they did against the Chiefs was more fluky than what the Colts have done all year, right? That was that team. I don't know. That maybe was just I don't know. I just don't think that team is good, right?
Well, we have to beat the Jaguars because they did beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, I know that's what. Well, I mean, you have to beat the Jaguars, but you don't have to beat the Jaguars because you have to beat them at least once.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Right? Because then if you let's just say you lose the first time, right? You beat them the second time, it offsets.
Yeah.
It cancels each other out, right? I think you have to beat the Chiefs and or the Steelers. You have to go 1-1 or 2-0 in those games.
Yeah. Both
And,
both teams got good defense as well, so that's gonna
yeah,
be tough. Like I said, it's gonna be a challenge for our offense.
yep,
Um, but give us hope seeing what the Steelers did against the Cincy. I know
yeah,
they division opponents, but Chase Brown having the game that he had against them give us hope with JT. You know what JT can do on the football field. Likewise against the Chiefs. The Chiefs historically against us, we do well against them.
yeah,
So um, I like our chances there, but things could happen between that time. We do get a bye week in that time. So Seattle, it's the question mark. That's the NFC team, but we saw against our division opponents how they did against them. They bet the ass against Jacksonville, and
yeah.
damn near could have done that with the Texans if they weren't for their own issues, own turnovers. Because I don't know what's wrong with Sam Darnold, just fumbling shit. He fumbling end zone through picks. I don't even know what's going
Yeah,
on.
he had a weird game.
I don't know.
That was just a weird game in general. Um, this I think to Ronald's point, right? The success of this offense is going to fall solely on the health of this offensive line.
Yeah,
If this O line can stay healthy, yeah, I don't. I just don't understand how who's going to stop this team if this O line stays healthy.
yeah,
Now, not saying they're only going to punt another 5 times or 6 times the rest of the season. You're going to have a game where they punt 3 or 4 times or 5 times, and that's when that's when you need that defense. And I think we'll talk about it here in a little bit. That's when you're going to need somebody you're going to need to make a move on this offensive line, or sorry, on the defensive line.
Yeah,
You
have to.
you are going to have to make a move on the defensive line. And that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go ahead and recap this game, man. So, as we know, even through your video that you made on Sunday after the win, uh, and you made your points with the things that we lose every con, we lose Cross for a little bit, we lose Kenny Moore had his issues with his groin or hamstring or whatnot, but he stayed in the game. Um, Despite all that, the Colts still end up being victorious, winning 38-24. Could have been a 40 piece. 'Cause, hey, I just want a 40. I just want to see another 40. But
I just
nevertheless,
that would have been cool. Yeah.
yeah, Colts win the game. Going back to a stadium that hunted us previously. Go ahead with your breakdown on both sides, either side, or you do one side, I do the other.
Yeah, I mean, the offense is the easy side, right? I think the defense is a little misconceiving,
Yeah.
right? Justin Herbert had the most passing yards in his career against that defense. Here's what I'll say. I think number one, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need another edge rusher, and this is the reason why we've said it. Number two, people don't realize Justin Herbert threw the ball 60 times.
I did not realize it. Let me go back and look at it. I did not know that.
He was 37 for 55.
I did not know he threw the ball. Let me go look. I did
So
not know that.
people are like, well, he threw for 420. Yeah, of course he threw for 420 yards. He threw the ball like damn near 60 times. Also, you have to keep in mind.
Damn. Yeah. 37 to 55. Yeah.
You have to keep in mind they were down by 3 touchdowns dang near the whole game. So they could do nothing but throw the ball. They ran the ball. They ran the ball 16 times and they threw the ball 55 times. So what is that?
We was not letting that no-name guy beat us.
Yeah. Well, what does that tell you? It actually tells me that the Colts defense did their job.
Yeah.
They forced Justin Herbert to be one-dimensional, and he did not play well. Like he threw 2 interceptions, both great plays, by the way. Right? This in the red zone, they were awful in the red zone. The Chargers were god awful in the red zone in this game. I think they got into the red zone like 5 times. I think they only scored in the red zone once.
That was towards the end of the game.
And that was that long. They were down 21, and they had like an 18 play drive.
Yeah, we were tied.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that drive? It was like that, and that was to make the score what it is right now.
Yeah,
that was to get to 24. There you go. Oh no,
did he throw a touchdown to Johnston? That was
that was the 11 play drive, right?
Yeah.
So they go, and then the Colts punted. After the Colts punted, 21 plays they ran. That was the drive that was like that basically took the entire fourth quarter. Now, here's what, and we'll talk about this on the offense, but here's what I will say. I did not like the play call on that offensive drive right before that punt. They went the Colts go 3 and out. You had an opportunity the other drive and put that game away then.
Yeah.
But after they punted, listen to this. 21 plays. 21 plays just on that one drive. And you know what they did on that drive? You know how many points they got on that drive? 0. So, yeah, of course he threw for 450 yards, 20 yards. He threw the ball 60 times. Like mathematically, he's going to get that many yards. So I think the defense maybe gets a little too much flack. I think for the most part, I thought the defense was pretty good for the most part. I mean, they held Justin Herbert in check. You get two turnovers in the red zone on that game, and I can't see. Uh,
Yeah, Teresa, we don't play the Giants this year. Maybe
now we
another.
don't play the Giants, but
That's in what,
uh,
2 years? We play them when it flips.
yeah, we play the NFC East like 2 years from now, I think. Yeah, so the Chargers had 3 conversions on 4 red zone attempts. Those 3 conversions were 3 field goals and 1 touchdown. So they were in the red zone 4 times, and they had potential 28 points. They scored 3, or so they scored 12. Um, and so yeah, my only is yeah, they haven't played a good offensive line. Um, that was probably the best offensive line that they've stopped, and I think we'll talk about this later on trade targets. This is the reason why we need to go get one more like elite pass rusher.
Well,
So
they did enough. I mean, we know in the past with our past DCs, they didn't capitalize on these uh, shortcomings for the other teams having offensive linemen. But I'm giving credit to Lou for what he did. Despite having being down a couple of men's on your edge rush, on your D line, and in your secondary, he still calling play. He's still getting pressures, getting to the quarterback, affecting the quarterback. For him to throw the ball 55 times, that lets you know that even for a 11 play drive, 11 play drive, he's doing something. He's getting to the quarterback. Like I said, there have been some conversions that shouldn't have given to. And got to give credit to the Chargers. They have good receivers. Keelan Allen's not a slouch. Ladd is not a slouch. Johnson, I mean, he's up and down. He had an up and down career. Those guys are good. He just didn't have a running game. He lost 2 of his running backs. Like you said, stop the run, which they did. They had Naheem Hines and another guy that was no name guy who was not going to let those 2 guys beat us. So there was only one thing that he could do: throw the ball 55 times.
it's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
So,
crazy.
but on the offensive side, we did what we always do: throw to the open guy. Tyler Warren, big game. Pittman, big game. Alec Pierce, huge game, impactful game. That 48-yard reception from the on 30 and 17. Yeah, he's him. I don't know how he got. I don't know how he got him, but he got him. I don't know who he beat, but he got him wide open. They set up, I think, a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor touchdown,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
rushing touchdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can do anything. We can run the ball. We can pass it to all the weapons. We didn't have Josh Downs. Didn't need him. We didn't have,
Forgot about
uh, AD Mitchell had a catch in the game, which I'm happy for him to get that catch, get that out the way.
You get comfortable. You get comfortable again.
Yeah,
Start building that trust.
yes, I love it. Um, like I said, the run game. The run game. I mean, even with Abdullah, that's his name. I can't. That's his name.
Mir Abdullah. Yeah.
Big 81-yard return to
Yeah.
set us up in scoring position. He got in the run game as well, and had a big 20-yard run.
Yep.
This team have a will to win. Win in the trenches, win in the run game, win in the passing game. We don't have the best receivers. We have the receivers that fits our scheme, and it's working out just well for this team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm loving what we've seen. Like you said about the offensive line blocking. Only have 6 sacks in 7 weeks. Impressive. The guys, it's even more impressive because you lose a Ryan Kelly. You lose a Will Fries. You replace them with guys that did play last year, and they're having a full year in this offense, doing great. Offensive line. I mean, the running game. We knew that we was going to lean heavy on JT. JT leading the league in pretty much all the categories, and touchdown, rushing yards. He's pretty much running away with the rushing yards right now. He's doing it where he's doing what we traded up to get him, and for him to do these are the games that we were doing. And then you have defensive guy. Let me move back to the side. You ever got this guy here? I can't remember what school he went to, Appalachian State or something like that. You draft this guy in the between 4th and 6th round, and he makes an impact. And the impact he made on Sunday was to tip the ball from Justin Herbert and intercept it, get a big man pick.
Yep.
That's the impact that you want from him.
Yeah.
Saw a rumor saying that the Bengals was wanting him and then a first round pick for Trey. I pass.
You would?
I pass. I gotta keep this guy here. I like Gallimore. I love Gallimore. He can do much of the same thing that Grover does. But Grover, man, is a dog. Dog, man. Is a dog. We would miss him. Remember when we lost Audrey? You saw what he did on yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah. Autry was a big loss.
Yes. And we kept saying that we thought that Taquan Lewis would fill that forward, and he did not. And we saw what Audrey did with the Titans. He had like 8 sacks his first
Yeah.
year. We was like, you know what? We are dumbass. I feel like that would be the same, in my
Yeah.
opinion, with losing Grover Stewart. And we saw that when he was, I think he had COVID or was suspended or having, I think, PED. We saw that we missed him in that middle. I don't think that would be the right thing to do to trade him. And I love Trey. There's another piece that we can use without losing our core guys. I'm up with that. I'm up for that. I don't want to lose a Buckner or a Stewart to get great somewhere else, but be bad here because now we're gonna have a big board in the middle.
Yeah.
That and everybody know that that's my twin. That's my twin. Grover, my guy. We look alike. She said, "How about you to be my favorite?" He was. I mean, he's still my guy. He knew going in this game. He knew that we'd be emotions in this game.
Yeah.
What you have to say?
I just said Harbaugh's awesome. I still love Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
He's a great coach. Greatest coaches.
but there's some other pieces that I'm gonna look that we can pick up. Some guys like I think Michael Carter, cornerback. I think Teresa said that we can trade for Sauce Gardner. I mean, I'll take that.
Ooh.
I'll take that.
Here's the thing, man. I still here. I'm not as hear me out. I'm not as worried about the secondary as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
To me, if we can get Jalen Jones back, we can get I mean obviously Kenny is back, right? You get Ward back in a few weeks. And Ward's actually only gonna miss maybe 2 more games because of the bye. You get him back for that Chiefs game against the bye, and you go get an elite pass rusher next week. The secondary is going to be just fine, in my opinion, right? But if let's just say you get a Sauce Gardner, right, and you still can't get to the quarterback, then receivers are going to come open. Like that's just like when the quarterback has time to throw, you can only cover for so long.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you can't get to the quarterback, having a Sauce Gardner doesn't matter. Because you can't cover for 7 seconds, 6 seconds. That's just not possible. You gotta have guys that can get to the quarterback. And that's why, and I can understand why Grover is like important in that aspect, but I don't know about a first round pick. I think that's asking for too much. But if it was like Grove and a 3rd or a 4th round pick for Trey Hendrickson, man, that'd be really hard to say no.
If you say Trey and then that cornerback Britt Taylor, whatever his name is, that they bench him, Britt, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ken Britt Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. It makes it a lot better. It makes it feel a lot better having 2 pieces.
Yeah, the hit would suck, right? It would suck, but it wouldn't be as large of a hit, right? No, I get you. But here's the thing: in order to get better at an elite position, you're going to have to give up somebody at a good position.
Yeah.
And I get, we've given Chris Ballard a lot of scrutiny, but that is one thing he's always said is like, hey, if you want to be good at an elite position, you're going to have to give up good players at a good position. And that's just the nature of the reality, right? If the Colts want to improve at edge, they're going to have to give up good players because the edge is like an elite position in the league.
Yeah, nobody want to just give that position up without losing something.
There has to be some give and take there. So I get that. I get it. But you've got to understand there's got to be some give and take there. So It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I mentioned this, briefly about making a case for Jonathan Taylor to be an MVP. I don't know who was the last running back to win MVP. I thought it was Adrian Peterson, but he was close. While you look that up, the guy is leading.
It was Adrian Peterson, 2012.
Yes.
When he had that 2,000-yard season the year after he had, I think that was the year after he had the ACL injury.
Yes, came back. Yeah, he was torching it. It was so it's not out of the rim for JT to win it. To win this award, because he absolutely tearing it. He leads the league in rushing, leads the league in the touchdowns. He's blocking well, doing the things they need to do. He's catching the ball out of the backfield, making an impact in the passing game. He's just doing everything he can to keep his team afloat. Well, how do you feel about him being in the MVP case? Because a lot of he's making a name for himself to be MVP if he keep going. Because not right now, there's no quarterback that's tearing it up in the league right now. Josh Downs having a down year. Pat Mahomes having a down year. There's really not nobody above him who's really having a great. I mean, you can say Dak having a good year, but Jalen Hurts is not. He's having a down year. Really, there's no. It's competition, but not much. But what's your case for him to get that award?
I mean, I think it's interesting. If I look at current MVP odds, right? Who do you think is currently first leading like the pack?
Leading right now, I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to think hard. Who is leading? Because it ain't Josh Allen. It ain't Trevor Lawrence or any quarterbacks right now.
Josh Allen is two.
Two. The one. It ain't Jordan Love. Would you say Dak? I do one more guess. Sam don't.
Think common names.
Aaron Rodgers? Say common names. Pat Mahomes?
Pat Mahomes currently Pat Mahomes.
Wow.
Is the favorite to win the MVP. This is as of 12 hours ago, according to DraftKings. Pat Mahomes is plus 125 to win the MVP.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor is not even on the list as front runners.
Wow.
It's only quarterbacks.
Only quarter. Okay, yeah.
So Mahomes, Allen 2, Baker Mayfield 3, who probably took a hit after last night, right? Drake May 4, Matt Stafford 5, Jared Goff 6, Daniel Jones 7.
Wow. I guess we have somebody somewhere.
Here's the thing. This is why that 4-game span that we talked about earlier is so important, because that 4-game span is going to help these cases. Like if Jonathan Taylor and Danny Dimes, they both play really well in that 4-game span, and the Colts are really good. All those shoot up into the air, right?
Yep.
But it's gonna take that type of effort. It's gonna take that type of play on the field.
I agree. And it's even beating the Chiefs would definitely propel JT up, or even one of those guys up to potentially leading in that case.
I can kind of understand Mahomes being number one right now. Here's the thing. They started 0-2, right? All their receivers were hurt. They've won the last 5 games.
5? I thought they lost.
They've won 4 of the last 5 games.
They only lost to the Eagles. I think about 3 weeks back.
They've won 4 of the last 5 games.
Okay.
And so I can get it. Like I get it. And they beat some good teams, right? They beat the Lions on Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Ravens before the Ravens got hurt.
Yep.
Uh, right. So I mean, he's got a couple wins against good teams, and that's what propels you. You don't have to like him. You don't have to. You don't have to understand it. He's beat these teams without his receivers. Uh, Xavier Worthy was out for 3 weeks. Rasheed Rice was suspended for the first 6 games. Travis Hunter was basically a nobody. So he's basically done this himself, and now his guys are back. And look, this is now a team that's really dangerous. Now that they're fully healthy.
Having Hollywood Brown, and just,
Hollywood Brown.
yeah.
So no, I mean I can understand why my Mahomes is front runner right now. But I think this Colts team can continue to push up the ladder, and that's both Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones. But you're gonna have to do it against the Steelers.
Mhm.
Beating the Steelers is going to be really important. Beating or getting close to beating the Chiefs is going to be really important. Beating the Seahawks, like beating these other top teams in the league. All good teams go 500 or better against the top teams and destroy the teams they're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
Right. So you've done the first part. You're destroying the teams you're supposed to beat. You're 500 right now against the top teams in the league. Now you just got to continue on this pace. So. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it's going to come down to. It's not about how well you're playing right now. It's about how well you play against the good teams.
I agree. Yeah, those are that's the gallant that we got to go through,
Yep.
and the good teams do that. That's what the case I was saying for is every team plays well against the top talents, and they destroy the bad teams. I seen Chris Broussard give credit to the Chiefs for beating the Raiders. We did the same thing.
Yep.
And they said that it wasn't a impressive win. That's actually how we got the label being frauds because we beat bad teams. But the Chiefs do the same thing, beat them 31-0, and they get praise while we get the label.
Well, look at their track record though. Look at the Chiefs' track record.
I mean, they own it. They own the Raiders anyway. They own at that point. At one point, they owned the Chargers until they lost a couple years ago.
So listen. I mean, yeah. I mean, you can even argue like, sure, yeah, the Steelers are 4-2. Who have the Steelers beaten? Like, let's go look at the Steelers schedule. They beat the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They got beat by the Seahawks by 2 touchdowns. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Patriots, who the Patriots are also 5-2, 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Vikings in a tough game. They've beaten the Browns, the Bengals, and that's it. That's all they beat. They haven't beaten a good team. They beat the Vikings. Huh?
The Bengals beat them.
Yeah, they lose to the Bengals.
Yeah.
And Joe Flacco. Right?
That's crazy.
I mean, and then the Steelers play the Packers this week.
Yeah.
And then turn around, they have to play us. So we'll see. I mean, Aaron Rodgers will have to play his former team, right? All the emotions that come with that, and then has to turn around and play us the next week. Now, we have to go to Pittsburgh, so that's going to be interesting. So we'll see what happens there.
I agree. And this is a part of the segment or topic that we have where I know you love this one. DeForest Buckner, after his game, I think he had 2 sacks on Sunday. After his game against the Chargers, he's now 4th most sacks passing Donnell Thompson in the Colts history with 40 as an interior guy. How are you feeling about this? 4th most sacks passing Donnell Thompson.
DeForest Buckner is the 3rd best offensive lineman to ever play for the Colts.
That's
it. He's on the same level as Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis, DeForest Buckner. It's that simple. And I can make an argument he's number 2.
You can.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. DeForest Buckner is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, this guy here is
the dude is an animal, man.
Didn't a couple of years ago that you kept beating on the table? Get him some help.
No. Imagine they'll get Imagine they got Latu, right? Latu's starting to and listen, Latu might not have the sack numbers, but he's making an impact, and that helps, right? Now you have to worry about Latu, you have to worry about Grove, and you have to worry about Defoe. Neville Gallimore is filled in really nicely. If you go get another elite pass rusher, now you have to worry about that guy and Latu and Grove and Buckner. This is why getting an elite defense. This is why. This is why I'm like, look, I love Grove, man, but if I have to put Grove to go get a Trey Hendrickson, I might have to do it.
Having Gallimore definitely does help the pain. Because Gallimore,
I still might have to do it because as good as like the interior, as important as the interior is,
yeah,
getting pressure on the edge is what it's all about.
yeah,
Because if you can get pressure on the edge, guess what? The interior just kind of floats. And you know, the interior just happens to do things, right? You have to get pressure on the edge. And if you can't, it doesn't matter, man. Like having Grove and all these guys don't matter if you can't get pressure on the edge. As much as I love Grove, it doesn't matter.
oh yeah, we all love growth, and I understand that now. Like you said, getting Trey or even getting Max Crosby, those two guys, it's hard
Well,
to pass up.
the Raiders said they're not trading Crosby, and he
Yeah,
doesn't want to leave.
yeah. I mean, if you want to be like if you want to be like Miles Garrett and stay there with a bad team, be my
Yeah,
guy.
and some guys just want to make money and be loyal, man. You know, it is what it is.
I have no problem with that, and I damn sure don't want him to go to the Cowboys. So even if
That was he. That's what made that come out because there was him going to the Cowboys was like really like 2-3 hours ago. People were like, "Oh snap, he might go to the Cowboys,"
which
and then they shut it down.
which we understood because the Cowboys have a huge board at the trade
Yeah,
market.
they needed him too.
So understand that. So yeah, it's good to see that our guy in the record books, moving fourth out of time, passing Donnell Thompson uh, on the all-time coach list. She said, "Oh man, Rogers, they're done." What? Oh yeah,
They were done by 14. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they were done by 14. Yeah.
but this other one we can quickly go through this. But Michael Pittman tied for fifth in the league in touchdowns. Also, uh, has a career high in through 7 weeks with those 5 touchdowns. Oh, you're impressed with that? A guy you gave flack to for a couple of years for not doing enough, but now he's top five in touchdowns, and he broke his own record having more touchdowns through 7 weeks.
Good. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Listen, Michael Pittman was never a number one receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He was never a guy that could do it all. He was always a guy that could go get the big balls, right? He's always the guy that could go up and go get a football. He was always the guy that could come down the middle and take a hit and catch the ball. And he's doing that now because he's been put in a place to be successful. He's got guys around him that can go do the other stuff that he's not good at. There was never anything wrong. I've never had a problem with Michael Pittman Jr. I had a problem with people saying he was a number one receiver. That we don't have. If let's just be honest, we don't have a number one receiver, but we have a lot of guys that can do certain things really well, right? Um, Michael Pittman's really good over the middle. He can go get the big balls, right? Alec Pierce, he's your deep ball threat. He's really, really good at that. Josh Downs is your slot guy. He's your short yardage. I can take a RPO and make 5-6 yards out of it. Really, really good route runner. A.D. Mitchell, when he can get healthy, is probably going to be the closest we'll get to a guy that can do it all, right? When A.D. Mitchell figures it out, this wide receiving core is deadly. Because the 5 or 6 of them together, there are no holes.
Right.
Right? They might have different like deficiencies individually, but them as a wide receiving core have developed really well, and they each do something really, really good. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what that does? That gives us more to think about for a defense. That's why I sit here and say, as long as the offensive line can stay healthy, I can't find a defense out there right now that can guard this offense. Oh, we're gonna take away Michael Pittman. Oh, okay, cool. We have Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, A.D. Mitchell. Oh, by the way, we have a tight end that can do it all too. Oh, dang, by the way, we also have 2 running backs. Oh, wait, by the way, our 5th string wide receiver can actually catch some footballs too. Oh, wait, by the way, we have a quarterback that can throw 70% of his passes accurately. Oh, wait, by the way, you can't get to him because our offensive line is the best in the entire league. We've always had the pieces. The pieces to this offense have actually been there for a couple of years now. We now have a quarterback that can effectively run this offense.
Yeah, I
No,
know you
no,
know
yeah, no offense is going to run efficiently when your quarterback is completing 45% of his throws
at all.
at all.
Yeah, yeah, and that's been proven with us with AR last year.
No quarterback is going to be effective when your quarterback is completing 45% of his throws. Now, when your quarterback is completing 70% of his throws, oh yeah. Now we're cooking something here, right? Now we're talking. But no quarterback is going to be successful throwing 45% of the time. That's just not realistic. So, yeah, as long as this offensive line can stay healthy, I find it really hard for anybody to be able to stop this offense, even in cold weather. Because Tyler Warren, oh, he came from Penn State. That guy's built for cold weather. So he kind of completed this offense, in my opinion.
I mean, I know you didn't mention, Mo Alley Cox, but he's actually low key doing good in this offense.
He's doing the job that he's being asked to do.
Yeah, low key.
Mo Alley Cox was asked to do too much before. Everybody wanted him. Tyler Warren is what everybody thought Mo Alley Cox was going to be.
I don't know why.
He's just not that, right? And now that you've got a guy that is that, look, Mo Alley Cox can come in, catch a couple balls every now and then, be a little bit effective, go sit on the bench, block a couple plays, go drink some water, and call it a day.
Call it a day. That's all that matters to me. And I agree. Everything you said, I agree that we don't have. It's okay not to have a number 1 receiver.
You don't need it.
You don't need it. You don't need it. I mean, we know that the Bengals have it. They have a number 1, but they're losing.
Yeah, they've got 1 receiver. They got 2 receivers.
Yeah,
they can't find a tight end. They don't have a 3rd receiver. If Jamar Chase gets hurt, they're cooked.
Yeah, they don't have a run game like that. A legit.
They don't have a running back, right? By the way, I don't know if you know this or not, Josh. The Chiefs don't have a number 1 receiver either.
Or a running back that can. And he's good out of the backfield, but he's not a running back. He's not a every down back. But they don't have, like you said, they don't have a number 1 receiver.
Exactly, and their offensive line isn't as good as ours. I think our offense is better than the Chiefs' offense. The only thing that actually makes that offense run is Patrick Mahomes.
Having good quarterback play. He's doing.
The only thing that makes our offense run is Daniel Jones.
And we have all the pieces that they don't have.
Yeah.
They have the receiver.
I think we're deeper than them at receiver. They have Xavier Worthy. They have Rashee Rice. That's it.
They have all fast guys. They have all, speedy guys.
All their stuff is down the field. Well, except for Xavier Worthy, right? Except Xavier Worthy is an RPO guy. No, Xavier Worthy is an RPO guy.
Oh no, and Juju is he's not a fast guy. He's not a deep there guy.
He's like an intermediate guy though, right? Yeah. But Xavier Worthy can take a screen pass and go 80.
Yeah, scary as hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Kelsey knocking his ass out, they probably won that game.
Yeah.
But hey, we can't talk about that, because it's if, But quickly, we're gonna go ahead and quickly with this one. Through 7 weeks, Colts are leading the league in points scored with 232. We're at the top. Did you see this coming before the season? That Colts will be leading the league in points.
I'm surprised, man. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. I did not expect this at all. I knew this team could be good. I knew this offense could be good. I didn't know it could be this good.
Yeah,
232 points is a lot through 7 weeks. Is insane amount.
that's a
So
lot of points.
yeah, that is a lot of points in a 6 week span, 7 week span.
I'm impressed as well, man.
So
Uh, never saw this on our board. We had all of us were optimistic on how our season would be if this, if this, if this. It was never, well, Colts will score 32 points a game, almost 33 points a game.
yeah, even with JT, I mean, our DJ, we talked about like, could DJ work in this offense? Like, could he not? Like, is there like we were thinking, is there a world where Daniel Jones could actually be really good in this offense because he actually has an offense to work with? And we tossed it around. We just weren't sure. We thought maybe actually, you know what? Maybe. But I never imagined anything like this.
Yeah, I agree. We
Never imagined anything like this.
what we did say with Daniel Jones is that what he had with the Giants, he didn't have. He don't have here. He had one. He had two weapons: the running back, and he had Evan Ingram. But he never had stability with the receivers. They had that sorry ass receiver that they overpaid.
But,
Uh,
but even Ingram never stayed healthy.
never stayed healthy. It was at that point it was a buzz.
Right.
Released him. They was dumb enough to let Saquon go, which they was falling apart.
Yeah.
But knowing what we saw with Duke, knowing what we saw the first couple of years in New York, we was like, okay, if he can bring that over here
No.
with our offensive line, with our weapons, no number ones, great running back who led the league in rushing 2020, a down year for us, the league with COVID and all that stuff in 2020.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can do something.
Maybe it'll work. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it'll work.
I have something here. I don't know. But and it's worked out. And look, I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm just ready to enjoy it because it's fun to watch right
You ready for champagne?
now. No. I want to see that 4 game stretch.
Yes.
I want to see that 4 game stretch, and then I think we can talk. Like if they can go 2-2 or better during those 4 games, now we're gonna be talking.
Yes, 2-2 is my ceiling. I'm not expecting to go now. Like you said, a better. Or better could be.
If you go 3-1, 4-0,
Whew,
first off, if you go 3-1 or 4-0 in that stretch, you're probably going to finish as the 1 seed.
yeah, definitely. Clearly, the division already locked.
If you go 2-2, you're going to be in the battle for a 1 seed. I saw somebody today say that the ceiling for this team now is the AFC title game.
Whew.
Somebody, I can't remember who said it, but somebody said the ceiling for this team is the AFC title game now. Like they have to get to the AFC title game now.
Mm.
And that has to be the goal. Like anything worse than that is a failure this year.
Yeah, starting 6-1 and then to be failing at the end.
Yeah, if you start 6-1, right? I think you need to win one, but which means you're going to have to beat like the Bills or a team like that in the divisional round to get there, right? So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. It'll be interesting. We'll see.
I mean, with what the issues with the Bills, because they're not the guys we thought they were going to be coming in. We thought they're going to be a little bit like a tougher opponent. They're still good, nevertheless, but
Yeah.
they're not running the ball efficiently. They're not throwing the ball. They're not, having good passing games. They're not involving Coleman. Who else they got? They got some other issues that they can't have a complete game. They're struggling. They struggle with there was the Saints. Even though they won a game, they struggled in the first half against the Saints, and they had some other struggles. They got beat by
the Patriots.
Patriots.
Right? But the Patriots are looking good.
And the Patriots look good, so they got a good coach. So,
but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'll just enjoy it for now.
this where we're gonna end before we end our episode. We're gonna talk about this, man. Defense needs help. We touched on it throughout the other topics, but we're struggling bad despite having decent defense. We're struggling bad with getting to the quarterback with and covering quarterbacks. You had back-to-back weeks quarterbacks had over 300 yards passing.
Yeah.
Brissett had 320. Not a great quarterback. Historically, a good backup quarterback. I know you'll say the same. And then Herbert. Herbert's a good quarterback, top 10 quarterback in the league, had 420 against us. That's a lot. That's over almost 700, over 700 passing yards, 740 passing yards against us. That is a lot in 2 weeks.
It is. But they're not scoring a lot of points.
They're not one of the points, yeah.
Right? Again, I get like people wanting to like go on the Herbert thing. Like I get it. But the guy threw the ball 60 times, man. Like, you're not defending 60 passes at a high clip. You're just not. It doesn't matter how many pass rushers you've got, right? I think that's kind of harsh to say against that, but I didn't realize Herbert threw the ball 55 times. That's insane.
Watching that, I didn't know that.
I didn't think it, but thinking about it, it makes sense. Like, he threw the ball a lot because he had to. He also was it's not like this team was in a tight game all game and the defense gave up all these yards. The Chargers were going to keep throwing the ball because they were down by 3 touchdowns.
Correct. Yeah, they were
So
down.
you got to take like the context matters, right? But if there is I've talked about it. I'm picking up an edge rusher. You have to be able to get to the quarterback. You have to be able to get to the quarterback. I don't care how many elite corners you have. If you can't get to the quarterback, it doesn't matter.
Who would you pick up, like trade for or sign? I mean, obviously Jets, obviously the Miami Dolphins are selling right now. Who would you?
Bradley Chubb,
Bradley Chubb, Phillips. I know we mentioned
or
that.
sorry, Jalen Phillips, right? If Trey Hendrickson is there, Trey Hendrickson.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Johnson from the Jets.
Yes, I did see that name. I did see
right? Kayvon Thibodeau, which I know the Giants are doing well, but they don't want to keep all 3 of those pass rushers.
And pay all of them. No, they can't. They're not going to do that.
They can't keep them all. They can't pay them all, right? So Kayvon Thibodeau, dude, I'd take Kayvon Thibodeau in a heartbeat. Because here's the thing about Kayvon Thibodeau. You could put Kayvon Thibodeau on the inside or the outside. So you're kind of getting like a Swiss Army knife with him. And you know how Lou Anarumo loves those guys that can play multiple positions, right? And Jalen Phillips. I think those are like 4. Chubb, Kayvon Thibodeau, Phillips,
Jermaine
and Jermaine Johnson. You've one of those. That's 5 guys. You've got to be able to go get one of those 5 guys.
Well, who the most likely would be the cheaper one, as far as draft capital.
Then you're probably thinking like Jalen Phillips or Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, because those other 2 guys are going to require, a player or capital, more capital. Which, I mean, if you're in this case, what you're saying for is winning and trying to go 2-2, go 2-0 for the bye week, and they come back doing 2-2 or better, you need a guy that help you with that record, help you get to that point, get to that goal.
The Colts did sign somebody today, didn't they? Or they also tried out. They did a tryout. What's the guy? Who was the guy they did a tryout? Who?
Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a guy that can play linebacker. He could play, edge rusher. Like, again, another hybrid guy, right? Yeah, I mean, I do think I think Ballard's going to take a swing before the deadline. I think he realizes he's probably shocked at how close this team is. Like, all the years where we thought this team was close, he's probably like, oh shoot, this team is actually closer than we want. Or this team is actually closer than I ever thought they would be. And so that motivates you differently, right? Like that makes you think, holy snap, I should go make a move right now for these guys.
You said, so you know something that I don't.
I know everything. I know ball. I know everything.
She said, yeah, Coach, even though I'm iffy with the it's about the next week. The kicker, yeah, we can't have those issues. But yeah, I mean, I was I don't want to say greedy. I think we should make two moves. Pick up the edge rusher, still go get Woolen, however his name,
I'd be
Wallen,
fine with Woolen. Let's is
or Micah Carter from the
he made
Jets.
a great play last night.
He
Um,
did. He did. He definitely. He,
uh,
against and that's against Nico.
yeah, yeah, against Nico, exactly. But he's been linked to the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Commanders, and also the Raiders or the Bears. So I don't know if anybody else would actually like jump into that. Um, but I mean, he struggled a little bit there, although he's doing well. Um, but we'll see, we'll see. Um, but it looks like early reports as of yesterday from Colts Wire suggests that the Colts are currently linked to a couple of guys here, and let's see who they are. Again, this is just a list of guys according to Colts Wire. But it looks like the Colts are, according to them, it looks like the Colts are looking to bolster at corner
The
and
who?
not edge.
A
So
corner.
that's interesting. Yeah, it doesn't name a specific guy, but it looks like they're looking to add at the cornerback position.
Hey,
So,
and that's
and
just
it looks like, maybe I think maybe they like look to trade
mm,
um, for a corner and maybe like add like a Shaq Barrett at linebacker to bring in an edge guy.
I would be okay with that, man. He's a
I mean,
veteran.
I
He
mean,
won a Super Bowl. He know a lot of offenses. So I mean, to add him, I know he retired but came back. Uh, I didn't know. So is he in the league or he's with somebody? I mean, is he's a free agent or he's with somebody?
he's a free agent. I think he like retired and
Oh
maybe
no,
he's
they said
looking.
workout. My bad. My bad. They said workout. So yeah, he is a free agent.
Yeah,
My bad. That was a dumb question.
yeah.
Uh, and he played
So
linebacker. He played linebacker, and he played. I know most of he been in a 3-4 defense for his most of his career.
yeah.
Matt
Would
Judon
would you if you could go get that Johnson guy, right?
from Jets.
Yeah.
Okay,
Would you trade AR to them
yeah,
for
yeah,
Johnson? I would too.
because it
Straight
don't
up.
require a pick. It don't require a pick. If that's we're doing two separate picks, and if that trading AR to get him, and he's a good, um, he's a decent pass rusher, a good pass rusher. I'll be okay with that. I don't want to lose AR in the experiment, but if it's just to get better, I'm okay with that.
Listen, if Daniel Jones keeps playing, AR's gone
Yeah,
anyway.
he
So
done anyway. So I
not,
mean, nothing I
he's
can do.
not coming back.
Yeah,
So you might like that's a guy where it's like, yeah, I can cut my ties now,
yeah.
right? It didn't work out. We found our guy. I'm sorry it didn't work out. It's just the league, right? But if the Jets were like, hey, we'll make a deal for a corner. No, you're not going to get like Sauce Gardner in that trade, right? But we'll make a deal for a corner if we can have AR. I'd be like, okay, here you go.
The only thing about AR, he's on IR, so he can't be traded.
Well,
Uh,
oh yeah, dang. Well,
So yeah, that's the only
that
downside.
might be off season, and then maybe that's an off season trade.
Yeah, I was with you though. I was like, damn, you know what? I don't want to get. I know it's an if, but it's like, you know what? We
Yeah,
really can't do it because he's on IR for you know hitting his face with
that's
balls, man.
that's that's true. Let's see.
Yeah, so we're on a part now. We can go ahead and try to wrap this up and get out of here because we've been on for a long time. So let's go ahead and get this prediction. I know we don't even doubt. We don't have to go through the details of if and what this is net to get us to win this game because we know that they're a reeling team. They probably headed for a top 5 pick and they got a new coaching staff. Their quarterback, yeah, he's a rookie, but he hasn't been playing well. They don't. Their receivers, they don't. We don't know what's going to happen. Really, he got hurt. He missed last week. Jeffrey Simmons, he could potentially be out. So I mean, big game for JT. He had a big game last time they played with Simmons in the lineup. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get our predictions for this week 8 game. Week 8 game. Colts versus the Tennessee Bombs.
Colts win 34-3.
You gave him 3 points. Man,
I did give them 3. I'm sure somewhere along the lines they'll get a field goal. They'll kick like a 50 or 60 yarder and they'll get 3 points.
well, are you pushing the money line? How much you going to bet on the money line? 100.
Uh, yeah, I mean I won't win any money, but because the Colts are like, I think their Colts are like
14, I think. I think
14 favorites, right?
it's
Um,
you won't you win 100 for you get 10 for 100.
yeah, it's 14. Yeah, Colts are favored by 14 and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about that money line.
Yeah.
I had him have points, but Austin have him. He sent me his prediction. He has them winning 14. Have us winning 42 to 14,
Okay.
and I have them winning 38 to 14. I have us winning 38 to 14. So yeah, I got your 34 to 3 win, Colts win. Austin is 42 to 14 win, and mine is Colts 38 to 14 win. We're not doubting our Colts. I hope they don't play bad or play down to these teams because we saw what they can do. They're down 18 against Arizona. They came back, but I don't want that to happen against us. I think we should put our
Yeah.
foot on their necks. And
After the first time we played them, I don't think this team will. I think in the NFL it's a little different, right? I think teams take like division opponents more seriously in the NFL.
because you know how they can hunt you. That one game, you know. So who did the Dolphins? Not Dolphins. The Jags play how many division games? One,
Yeah. So the Jags are currently
1-0, and we were one
one
and
and zero. Yeah, we're 1-0. Houston's 1-1. So, and the Jags play Houston again, I think. Yeah, the Jags play Houston again. Uh, Not next week, but the week after.
I don't even worry about the Texans because the Texans they can have a winning record in the division, but they got to go through this gallant. This coming up, they got the Niners coming up. They got some hitters. The Broncos.
Yeah, but for the sake of like keeping us ahead,
Yeah.
I think like if everybody has a loss and we come in and we get a couple wins, I think I'll just do
Oh,
it.
it's over with. Yeah, it's over
Yeah.
with.
Like if
Uh,
we start 2-0 in the division, if we start 2-0 and they Houston beats the Jags, they're
that's-
both 1-1, right? So now we're a full 2 games out.
yeah, I love the 2-0 versus the 1-1 for those because they'll
Yeah.
split with each other. So
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
But anything before we're gonna wrap this up. We are.
Nah, man, I need you to get back to your boys. The fighting Lucas.
I mean, you watching it too. I kept seeing your head go over like mine. So I don't know watching the
No,
game.
so I was watching this double overtime game.
The Houston game. Yeah.
Yeah. I was
That was-
also watching my prize picks. I hit a couple today, so
Oh man.
I hit a couple today. I was doing my best big money hit today.
I didn't tell you that I bet on the Old Man Bowl Thursday, and
Oh, did you?
yeah, and hit for 4.
Oh, there you go. What'd you hit on?
I bet because I wasn't sure. I bet Chase to get I think 50 plus,
Okay.
DK to get 50 plus, pretty much everything 50 plus, and
Mhm.
they all hit. Yeah, I had
There
50
you go.
plus for T. Higgins. I was unsure because I was like, man, these guys are old. I
Yeah.
don't, and I bet for 50 plus running back for Chase because his average is 33.
There you go.
And Warren, they average 33 a game. I was like, fuck it, 50 plus.
There
So
you go.
everything with 50 plus quarterbacks, I bet over 250 for both.
Really?
I don't know why I did that shit, but
Over 250 yards?
yeah,
You hit it though, right?
yeah. I wasn't sure, but I was like, you know what, fuck it.
There you go, man. Hey, sometimes that's the way to do it. Yeah, I had some I did 3 in-game bets for that game. So I always for basketball I always do a first quarter bet, just kind of
Yeah.
like feel things out. And then if it hits, I'll go do like a couple other bets. So I actually hit I hit the first quarter bet, and then I hit the end game bet as well.
Who won that game? I didn't see.
OKC 1-1.
Okay, I get the
It
trash talk.
was a really good game.
I get the trash talk to Houston fans since they they lost yesterday and they lose again in basketball. So
Yeah.
you already know the Astros got
I
eliminated.
did miss. I almost hit a third bet in that game. I missed it by 2 rebounds. So almost had a good game. Almost had a good day on that game, but it's okay. We move on. We move to the Fighting Lucas.
Yeah, he's by himself now, but they're doing well. They're doing okay. I don't
I
really see
mean,
them.
it's only second quarter, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's only second quarter, but
um,
yeah.
we gotta let everybody know where they can find you at. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up and get to our families, get to this game. You know,
Yep.
take
You can
it
find
down.
me at the Uncle Gandhi on Twitter.
But, Uncle got on Twitter. What you got on Thursday? I know you no longer have the best quarterback in the league anymore. You don't have the best team anymore in the SEC because that's us. So you sold us on a dream. You know that the Longhorns would be great and they're going to do this and that, and now it's Alabama. So, but go ahead. What you got on Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, find us Longhorn Fan Battle Podcast, 8:30, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about why this offense can't stay consistent. We'll also talk about why it's not all Arch Manning's fault. There's bigger issues on this offense than there are than just Arch Manning, right? But don't get us wrong, Arch Manning is not playing well. He's part of the problem, but he's not the entire problem.
Yeah.
Just like we talked about how this guy is playing really well, it's because of the offensive line. If the Texas offensive line can put it together and get it together, Arch Manning's going to be just fine. But he has some ownership in that. Sark has some ownership in that. We'll talk about it on Thursday.
Yep. And you can find myself on Who Is on X at Who Is Your Senior. Austin at Cookie Austin 2 on X as well. You can find a podcast everywhere from on X, Twitch, Facebook, also on YouTube at hsmobpodcast.com. No, HS Mob Podcast. Yeah, and then you're on YouTube. Just subscribe to the channel, like, share it. Give us a comment as well when you see us going live or posting content. We try to post content as much as we can. So you commenting and liking and sharing it definitely help us as far as getting this across to everybody. So thank you guys for that. We're gonna get out. We'll see y'all next week. We already know we're gonna win. So week 8 recap. It will be coming up Sunday. It's gonna be short because we're gonna tear their ass up. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Cheers, guys.
On 1 out snap, it's a fact that I'm unstoppable. Forget your D